It's time to blunder! Woo! The blunder years, back before all the beer made him age 50 years. What a tragedy. The blunder years, just before that buffoon went and totally ruined his career. Let's cheer.
Wow. I mean, this is the most on time we've ever started in the history of anything here at TSN. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Blunder Years. All those beers ago. Anthony Zenhauser down below. Mr. Mike Morse up top. And, of course, the boys in the back, Frog and Discount Don, a.k.a. Andy and Joe. What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we feeling? Huh?
It's Thursday.
Oh, man, it feels like a Friday, doesn't it?
I'm very happy. Look what I found.
Yes! I love it. I love it. I got quite a few messages from people who loved Hostage John we were doing last night. Held Hostage John reading off statements from his captors. Thank you, everybody who joined us last night on Rico. Thank you to everybody who has signed up for a Tier 1 membership. You are the special ones. You are back here behind the wall. This is an exclusive today. This is a piece of audio I had never heard before, and it's fantastic. So we'll get to that. We got a couple things for you today. But thank you to everybody who membered up on their own. And another thank you to the people who are gifting memberships in this community, because when you gift them, you gift a Tier 1 membership, and that's where the Blunder Years bonus show lives. So you are helping get the blunder out there to the masses, and we thank you for it. And thanks for just being here. Hit like, all right? That's all you got to do. Kick back, relax. If you want to support, we won't say no. But, you know, you've already paid your way, or someone's paid your way, so enjoy. This one's on us. Drinks are on the house. Looking for the Looney Tunes critic. Looking forward to this one. By the way, I don't know when this will become relevant, but as of right now, Clay Duty's rap name is Lincoln. The description. Okay. All right. Link in the description. Got it. Zen, how's the yummy cummy yogurt diet going?
Smell that.
I never get to what is your neighbor banging on the floor yet?
No, where do you think I get my cum from? He's fine.
I never get to watch live because of the time zone difference in Europe, but I never miss a show. Me love you long time. Hey, Discount.
Oh, hey, Rusty Johnson.
Rusty, it's only 9 o'clock there. Come on, man.
Well, he's an afternoon guy.
Yeah.
Dearest Frog, may we please have the background link, please? Danny Brophy. My thanks to all of you for endlessly entertaining takedowns of that drunken mush. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. The great Penis Wrinkles here. Legend. All right. Let's get to this. This is a goodie. So just to put it in perspective, John is no longer on the show. He has left the show. He is working on the Tonight Show. Artie comes to town to do a comedy show. Gary comes with him, and John joins him at the show. I'm completely 100% wrong about this. I apologize. Except for the part, John has left. He's on the Tonight Show. He has a Facebook post. Somebody, I guess, mentioned that the Leno writers were stealing Howard's bits. And he said, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink Howard Stern's Kool-Aid in a Facebook post. Wrote something about it, and away we go.
Another thing, Howard, did you, I hate to be a rat, but did you see what Stuttering John wrote on his Facebook page about, the rip-off stuff that's going on.
Oh, really? John responded?
Yeah, somebody sent me that, but you know what? I don't even know that it really is John, and if it is, he can go fuck himself.
What did he write?
Just like, there's a bunch of... I've complained about Jay Leno taking a bunch of bits from this show.
Mm-hmm.
I can read it to you. I got it right in front of me.
Yeah, I have it. You don't have to read it. I can read it.
Just so you know, some of the guys who are on a page with him just looked at it. It's his stuff.
Oh, it is his stuff. Okay. So, I'm done with John now. I've made some overtures to be friendly and stuff, but he can go fuck himself. He's become this... it's not even his argument to have. He's telling people, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Howard, says Jay ripped him off. Jay's never ripped Howard off. Suddenly John's an expert on me because he worked here as an intern. He was Stuttering John. And now he's obviously insecure. They took away the announcer's job from him, but he's still sucking Jay's balls because Jay's paying his salary for the writer's salary.
This is insider information, Howard. This is people in the industry filling in Gary about what's really happening in John's employment at the Tonight Show.
Yeah, which is why I think that Howard knows everything that's going on with John now. I feel like people are still giving him the inside track, and maybe, just maybe, we got a fan in Stern.
Maybe.
Oh.
And I think this is his way of sucking on to... dude, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be on the Jay Leno show. You never would have been introduced to show business. So, mind your own business and shut the fuck up. I was good for you. Jay is good for you. Just shut the fuck up and stay out of it. Ooh. But he's kind of defending Jay never stole anything. And, that's just not true. He says they started jaywalking on the Tonight Show before... we did the homeless game.
Get out of here. They weren't even on.
Please. And then he starts in with I don't remember Howard ever doing the chicken bit where the chicken picked picked football teams to win.
Oh, he's got a spotty memory.
And he's
they had remember they had the thing where they were betting on football games and they had a chicken picking against Artie, I think. And,
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember, they would do that a lot with Artie, right? They had a dog eating contest with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chicken beat him badly, too.
Yeah, it sure did. It sure did.
Artie's mush.
But you know what? He just shouldn't be involved in it. And I was kind of nice to him recently. I had him over to my home for dinner. Because Beth's friends with his wife, but...
So this is the thing that he always brags about. Did you spend the night at his house, shitwaya? Did you? Right? He always says that. This is that trip he's talking about. And listen to Howard said, I was being nice because of my wife, right?
Nice to him recently. I had him over to my home for dinner. Because Beth's friends with his wife, but John's dead to me now. I don't want anything to do with John. John can just drop fucking dead. And after Jay fires him, which he will, because Jay wants to fire him already. Let's be honest. You think Jay really wants you as a writer, John? There's about 1 million fucking comics out there that blow you out the door. He's doing it because he took you off this show, you dumb fuck. And stop sticking up for Jay every minute. Just shut up. Stay out.
Wow. You dumb fuck. Wonder where he got that from. Yeah, and you're right. Jason and Will did take the chicken in. Yeah, they ended up moving it into their apartment.
Out of it. It's none of your business. And you know what it is? John's probably nervous as shit, so he's inserting himself into this argument. From now on, I will not talk about John. He can drop dead.
Yeah, because it's always
talk about something else.
It's always good to try to burn two bridges at once. If he's doing bad at the Tonight Show, he should be burning his bridge with Stern, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That way, in case maybe Howard would have felt bad for him and hired him back if he got Jay. Maybe not. I mean, again, once I've been told, once you leave, it's over. They're back.
He's like security who doesn't have a gun, but he'll take a bullet for you. He'll just stand in the way the guy's shooting you. That's the service John provides, and he'll do that for anyone who will give him a steady paycheck. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. So see, Jay, see how loyal I am to you. Did you see my hot Facebook post?
What's the matter, Master? We sick? I'm just a house Negro. What can I tell you?
What if Artie does one of these gigs coming up? I mean,
the fact of the matter is, don't paint me, a guy who gave you a break in life, to be some little boy who cried wolf. I've got a pretty major fucking career going, John. When you have my kind of career, you fucking have a right to chime in.
Woo!
And despite your writer status now he's a writer. I've seen the shit you've written. I saw your movie, and I was nice enough not to comment on it, but it was a piece of shit.
Howard Stern gave one too many no comment. He said, but it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I've seen the shit you've written.
I'd rather not talk about it, raves Howard Stern.
Howard Stern said, let's move on.
That is now he's a writer. I've seen the shit you've written. I saw your movie, and I was nice enough not to comment on it, but it was a piece of shit. And just shut the fuck up. You don't really have any business talking. And out of respect for your wife, I'll fucking leave it at that, because I could bury your fucking ass and talk about what's really going on.
Woo! So, you know what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means, right?
Well, it means Beth has been talking to Susanna, and he has the inside scoop on how she's really feeling about the relationship.
Well, not only that, but it sounds like John may have been caught in some hijinks to me.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's what I hear from that little hint he gave. Out of respect to your wife, I won't bring up. I could bury you right now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Fucking leave it at that, because I could bury your fucking ass and talk about what's really going on.
Don't worry, I'll do it myself.
What? You never got pizza from a different pizza place?
Just calm the fuck down. Don't write about me. Be happy you met me. Be happy you got a break in life. And just shut the fuck up.
Graphics.
Yeah. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Asshole. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Game?
He managed not to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. He's so smart that he managed not to drink the Kool-Aid. Like, just shut up. You had a lot of good years on this show, and a lot of good things happened to you as a result of it. And now be quiet.
And nobody's asking you.
Yeah. Nobody asked you who ripped off anything. I know what I created. I know what I did on the show. And even though you're an expert on me and Jay, guess what? I'm a bigger expert on me than you are. So shut the fuck up. Because you really don't want to stir up a hornet's nest with me. Because I will go berserk, and you know it. Shut the fuck up. Use your head. Sorry. They took away the announcer job. Now he's holding on for dear life, but now he's Jay's big defender. You maybe more sucking up will get you to hold on to your new job. Calm down. If that's how you're going to hold on to your job by bad-mouthing me, you got another fucking thing coming to you. And and just leave me the fuck alone. You're out. You're out of my life. You're Jay's problem now, not mine. Let him handle it. All right, thank you, chump.
And also, too, fuck Eric the Midget and fuck Stuttering John. Hey, Howard, I predicted a few years ago that Stuttering John was going to backstab you. But I thought...
Well, you're right. Stuttering John is a backstabbing cunt.
I don't know if Artie's a...
Ooh, come on.
Wow, that's a drop.
Yeah, amen to that.
Aware of...
I don't know what Artie's aware of. I don't want to upset Artie at this point.
I'll
Very
tell you
delicate.
what, I heard a little bit of this.
I don't know. I don't want to upset Artie. He's very delicate.
You don't want to go into it at all?
No, here's the thing. John's a prick who puts his fucking foot into areas where he should stay out of the hot water.
See, now the last time
I have a problem with Jay Leno. It has nothing to do with John.
Yeah.
I believe material of mine is being used on that show.
Right.
Bits that I've done.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone listens to this show, they know that our homeless game preceded Jay's jaywalking, the whole concept of us going out and asking idiotic questions to everyday people. The whole concept of us, for example, making people work for their plugs.
Well, like he says, everyday questions for common people, for dumb people. What he meant was the stripper game. That's how it started. It was,
right.
asking a stripper what temperature does water freeze at. You know, like.
Although we don't do it as lamely as Jay. It's just there are certain concepts that are being lifted. We used to do a thing where a chicken for a whole season picked the picks for the NFL.
And easily beat me.
Yeah, and easily beat Artie, and it was a very funny bit. And in fact, Jason and Will, John's two good buddies, lived with a chicken.
The chicken, yeah.
And John knows all this, and it's really none of John's business. I mean, I've always been nice and kind to John, and gave him his first job, and if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be anywhere. The fact of the matter is, the guy should shut his fucking mouth. I think he's such a fucking loser. He lost the fucking announcer's job. Now they gave him a mercy fucking booking as a writer. He should shut up and count his fucking lucky stars.
No, just think about how lucky John is. Any other person who does a job badly and gets fired from that job would not ass end into a different job at the same place.
Right. I mean, a different job with worth a ton more money.
Yeah.
And you were terrible at your first job.
Terrible at the second.
Yeah.
We got to wonder why. You know, why did Jay, I mean, if he has the power to fire and hire people, why didn't he just get rid of John in the first place?
Well, it's well known that he doesn't like to fire people. He likes,
and
go ahead.
No, and I was going to say, and John literally relocated to the West Coast from the East Coast with his entire family for this job. So I feel like one of the theories is that people have said that Jay felt like he owed it to John, like he felt bad. He couldn't just, and he probably would. Maybe he thought he was going to go back to Howard, and then they were going to trash him, again about this. Who knows?
Yeah, he doesn't want to take the loss of saying, yeah, I did something.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that maybe hopefully Jay heard this rant from Howard, because then he would probably be like, oh, no problem then.
Right.
But here's my question, right? Like, you hear Howard calling John a dumb fuck. You hear Howard saying you're a loser. Is there any possibility that John has listened to this episode so many times that he's using this this is his vocabulary, because this episode lives in his head?
Yeah. I don't think he even has to listen to it a lot. I think, he's one of those guys, he hears something once and it gets that he thinks is derogatory, and it gets stuck in his head.
I have a photographic negative memory.
It's the one thing he does remember forever.
About a month and a half ago, you read something from somebody that somebody sent you about he was doing well at the Tonight Show. He stopped drinking. His family was good. And then all of a sudden he just hit rock bottom. Like he hit the deep end. He started drinking again. Maybe this was the point where he started. He was listening to Howard. His daddy tell him, fuck him. I have nothing to do with him anymore. What the fuck, dude?
That was not, dude.
What
that for real.
Fuck? Get the fuck out of here with that thing. Get the fuck out of here with that thing. All right, I take it back. You're doing great, John. You're doing fantastic.
Why did you have to do that, Zen?
You're so sober and you're so successful. Maybe he's sad. Maybe he's sad through
he looks sad.
The John puppet just kind of.
I want to move it, but I really think it's going to stab me in the fucking throat, or like.
Just get it out of the fucking house, man. Bury that shit.
Again?
Oh, we're talking about that hat.
Fuck off.
Talking about Neil Berliner's toupee.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Wait, at least the toupee stayed on. Holy shit. Yeah. It's a good toupee.
Yeah, I glued it.
It's a good, so did Neil. It's a good.
That he's got that job. But instead, he's sitting there in obscurity, commenting on me on his stupid Facebook for 12 people, and making comments about me.
That's the problem. Why bother on Facebook?
Because
I think that upsets Howard even more, that he's doing it on Facebook. Like
it's kind of a coward. It's kind of a coward's way of doing it too.
Well, like I know it. Like I remember. The Ronnie's original block party that he had on his block, right? I went and covered it for the news, and I posted pictures on Stern Fan Network, and he yelled at me the next day on the air, and he's like, what are you wasting it there for? Show the pictures here, stupid. It's like, who pays you, me or Stern Fan Network? I'm like, yeah, you're 100% right. So now John's going, don't drink the Kool-Aid on Facebook, like he said, for 12 people.
He's dumb. He's stupid, and he's never going to amount to shit.
Nobody.
Oh, man. Let's bring that. DJ, rewind. Oh, man.
And making comments
That's
about me.
the problem. Why bother on Facebook?
Because he's dumb. He's stupid, and he's never going to amount to shit.
Nobody even asked you anything.
And no offense to John, but he's got no fucking business in show business. It's not going to fucking happen. That movie was a piece of shit, and I was kind enough to keep my mouth shut about it. But don't fucking fuck with me, asshole, and shut your mouth. And if I have something to say about Jay, it's not. He suddenly thinks he's, now he's on Jay's team.
He's got to answer for Jay.
Just shut the fuck up, bitch. So shut up, John.
So okay.
Yeah.
John,
and don't fucking and do me a favor. Tell your fucking wife to stay away from my wife, and that fucking bullshit friendship. Because Beth buys into it. She goes, oh, Susanna's such a good friend of mine. She's not a good friend. Shut your fucking husband up. I don't want to hear about the wife. I don't want to hear about fucking John. I don't want to hear about his fucking life. I don't care anymore. I made an attempt this summer to be gracious to him, have him over to the house to show him, John, I have no problem with you. You're a nice guy. I've always been friendly with you. Now he's got to open his fucking mouth on Facebook. Do it somewhere where someone can fucking hear you, you stupid dick.
Or you're asked a question. You're weighing in. Nobody asked you anything.
If John had a half a brain in his head, he'd say, you know what? We don't know how long Jay Leno's going to keep me employed. He fired me off the fucking announcer's job. I'm probably going to get fired from the fucking writer's job. Or the whole fucking show's going to be off soon. Maybe I should make friends with everyone. And
I am now stating this. This is a law now on TSN. Every year, once a year, we will listen to this episode. This is the greatest,
the best
fucking annihilation of John ever. Ever.
Most accurate, too.
Oh, my God. I told you, when I listened to this, I'm like, you can't say he saw the future because the guy never changed. John was the same guy this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Just be on everyone's good side. Like Jackie. Jackie hasn't done anything to offend me. Jackie now works here. You use your brains in life. He's got nothing to do with my beef with Jay Leno, but he wants to be a player. He wants to be involved. He's going to suck Jay's dick and show him, look what I did for you, Jay. And Jay doesn't care, asshole. Wise up. If Jay cared, he wouldn't take the announcer's job from you.
In fact, you went out of your way to put him in your movie at the end, and you were so great for him, and he should be kissing your ass for the
No, he doesn't. I don't want my ass kissed. Just stay out of, just don't fucking badmouth me. Don't drink the Kool-Aid and believe everything Howard says. Shut up. So you're calling me a liar, you fuck?
So John on his Facebook said
he made comments, and people mailed them to me.
Right.
And that's it. He's fucking dead to me. He can go fucking drop dead. Him and the wife, I don't want them in my house. I told Beth this last night. I don't want to see them. I'm done with him. Wow. He's a user, and he's stupid.
Think about it. Howard and Beth will take a cat with one eye and AIDS they see in an alley into their house, but not John or his wife. Amazing.
Right.
Bottom line, the guy's dumb. And what's so stupid about him is, this is something he did. Why would you aggravate me? Why would you get involved in this?
It's not a good fight to pick.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
What is he talking about there? That you're
all
wrong?
The fans, that I'm lying, that all this stuff that I say I ripped off, don't believe it. Howard's just bullshitting everyone in his typical way.
If you don't mind, his exact quote was, when I worked there, I drank the Kool-Aid, but now I know the truth, so don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So he knows the truth. So here's the truth. Here's
First of all,
out of the cult.
That Howard, those first 5 years at Sirius and terrestrial Howard, if you heard, you want the truth, here's the truth. So there was going to be a mushroom cloud a few minutes later.
Well, here's my truth.
We have Kool-Aid here?
Yeah.
He got out of the cult.
Here's my truth.
God.
My truth is, dude, leave me alone. Stay out of my life. And God bless you. With all your talent, you're going to do fine in life. You certainly don't need me. And don't come to my fucking house and tell me we're friends. You dickwad. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not asking anybody to drink any Kool-Aid. I'm on the radio saying how I feel. And it has nothing to do with John. I didn't accuse John of stealing anything. I accused Jay Leno. I don't know when John became Jay Leno's spokesman. But I hope that whole fucking show goes away. And judging from what they're doing to the entire NBC lineup, as soon as Comcast buys that fucking thing, they're going to get rid of a whole bunch of them.
I saw a headline recently. The best spin they could put on it was Jay Leno show, not a disaster.
Oh, what a headline.
It was in like the Post or something.
Jay deserves it. And I think John, you know, if I was to play psychologist here, I would have to say that John's feeling awfully insecure about his job and somehow looking to suck up to Jay in new ways. That would be my guess.
You think his writing gig is...
I don't know.
Writing on Facebook?
I think the writing gig is primarily writing how great Jay is on Facebook. And
Sly, I'm dancing to this at my wedding. Yeah. Fidget fan with $1. Thank you, Fidge. Appreciate it. Geek Chorus. Super sticker, $3. Let's go. I love Mike's little condescending laugh at Stuttering John. I mean, that's his regular laugh. But...
Yeah, I'm condescending to everyone. So.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Actually, it's condescending.
Thank you. It's a new segment on Morseverse coming this fall. Zen looks hot with the Slim Shady cap, 8 Mile sexy.
Oh, thank you, Scotty Girardi.
The puppet has become my favorite cast member.
Fair.
Yeah. Maybe I was wrong about John.
Even he's saying that. Wow.
Shuli has a whiplash now. Yeah, dude. Because I saw it and I heard it, and the head went down, and I thought it was just going to charge me like a bull. You know. Oh God. If the puppet goes, I'm out. All right, puppet stays. Then we can't afford to lose. Sunflower Dragon. Let's go.
How you don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not force-feeding anybody to believe me. It's pretty simple. Have Howard TV or have my archives of my radio shows, and you tell Jay to sit down with the following bits that I mentioned and prove to me that he did them before me. Show me the tape and the dated tape. Simple. I'm saying to you that in every instance that I mentioned these bits, the jaywalking, his signature bit and all this, he lifted from the show, and I don't even know that Jay did it directly. He's probably his head writer, who's a big fan of the show. I happen to know that.
Even if he lifted one bit, even if he lifted no bits, he now goes and lifts cast members from the show. It's like, what the fuck? It's obviously, he's not saying Jay is sitting there listening and going, we're going to do that bit, we're going to do this one. There's writers, they're fans of the show, they listen.
Right.
And then they pitch the idea. Because
change it just enough so it's like, instead of strippers, it's homeless people, or
Do you think part of it was the mentality back then where they were like, it's radio, we're television, we have X amount of viewers compared to listeners, but meanwhile Howard was getting books, movies, people elected, movies and books #1, all that shit.
I think so, but I think it's more along the lines of that they don't even think they were stealing their bits. You can't see it, right?
Right.
See it. And again, they can't be as like on the Tonight Show, you have to be a little bit more cleaner. You know, you can't do hookers walking the streets, right?
Right. Can't do stripper trivia. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some baloney on these hookers' asses. Here we go, everybody.
Right.
I mean, that if he could, like
if he
could, he would.
Yeah.
We heard about Jay Leno. Yeah. I'm gonna tie her up and burn a cigar on her neck.
Baloney's from Whole Foods. I ain't Whole Foods.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're right, Zen. Like they're like, no, this has a visual component, so this is different, right? And whatever.
And also remember, he was in competition with Letterman, and Letterman had the younger demographic.
Mm-hmm.
That was the cool show to watch. Was Letterman? Older people watched the Tonight Show, so Howard was what the younger people were listening to. So why not start getting that audience?
I feel like if you were a fan of comedy, if you had a good sense of humor, Letterman was your show.
Right.
over Leno.
Yeah, that's what
sure.
when you were in college at that time, you would watch Letterman.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I don't know. Maybe it's not his head writer. Maybe it's some other fucking writer. But one of these writers, or Jay himself, admires what I do.
And incorporates it.
And incorporates the stuff they like into the show. And it wouldn't be the first time it happened. David Letterman has done it. David Letterman's done it, but then I called him on it, and he said, you know what? I have to be honest. I heard Howard's mother on the air. He'd incorporated his mother, and I decided to put my mother on the show. That's a man. He stood up, and he fucking said, yeah, I admire. I don't care if somebody takes something from my show. Just be honest about it. That's all. Don't fucking call me on the phone and go, you're just saying everybody steals from you. No, I don't. Jerry Seinfeld never stole from me. I don't say everyone. I said, you did, Jay. You creep. And I don't ask my staff to drink any fucking Kool-Aid. The fact of the matter is, go to the tape. I sent my tapes off to Jay Leno.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh. I said, you're calling me a liar. Here's tapes of me doing this shit way before you've done it, asshole.
Wow.
Yeah, he went full Brennan on Leno.
I mean, to Howard's credit, they're great ideas. He's, a foundation of comedy in that time. Again, a lot of guys are from SNL are said to go to the cellar and steal comedians' bits. Have you ever heard of that?
Sure.
That happens all the time still. Right. It happens. I mean, again, this guy can't deny the fact that these, things are so similar. And fucking, he was on the show. He should know better, John.
Yeah, it happens so much in LA. People know the writers for sitcoms. They recognize them sitting in the crowd at a mic or at a, early show. And they're just sitting there waiting for something. They hear something and then it's an episode on the sitcom.
Right. For sure. Yeah, bad enough when comedians are stealing other comedians' bits, but when fucking shows that pay you got fucking $30,000 an episode, they're stealing your fucking shit and you're getting nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Zen knows a little thing or two about stealing. Zen stole bacon bits. A lot of people didn't know.
And I'll do it again.
Zen.
That's right.
Hey, we should listen to this once a week. Amazing. Thank you, Mexican Jew.
It's like a pep talk.
You guys, hold on. You guys are aware of the underground Howard TV war on YouTube. Korea and U.S. posting U.S. and Korea posting Howard TV content. Their views and numbers topple the highest Dabbleverse numbers. It's wild.
Wow. Yeah, we're in battle with Korean Dabbleverse.
We're actually huge in North Korea. They hate us in South Korea.
Yeah, like you're not gonna believe this. Korea, they get more views on videos there than in the Dabble. No shit, it's Korea.
That's a country.
Yeah.
They call John Kim Jong Il.
Ew.
Yeah. I got news for you. Don't turn on Netflix. There's a whole Korean section in there now. They're here.
Of course, over there they call them dabbers.
Oh, hey, there's a movie where where a North Korean soldier gets swept up in a tornado and gets dropped off in South Korea and falls in love with a South Korean girl.
Sounds logical.
Yeah, that's as far as I got. My wife explaining it to me, and then I walked out. I go, have fun with that.
The Wizard of Oz.
To be fair, Howard thinks he invented breathing. Listen, the guy revolutionized radio. You got to give him that. Nobody gave a fuck about radio until this guy started doing bits. So whether or not he came up with this or that, he certainly put the fucking effort in.
Yeah,
he didn't have a huge staff of writers and producers and makeup and effects and all that shit. This was a mom and pop fucking video store that blew up.
Right.
Yeah, you think about those. Go ahead.
You're doing it without visual, anything. It's all on the radio.
Well, it's a guy who grew up with theater of the mind, right? So it's like, to him, it wasn't. That's how it's supposed to be done, right?
Right.
And when it started, it was just Robin and Fred and him, and then they had Jackie in. So I mean, just you talk about just bare bones of
the evolution is wild of where they started and where they're at this point. It's serious. That first 5 years was just Animal House. Anything and everything goes. Guests are getting called cunts. Fucking Richard streaking in the lobby is serious, and Martha Stewart's having a fucking party in the lobby, and Richard's running around with his red-headed bare ass. Fucking
his little ginger pecker.
Oh my God.
I remember those days, man. Those on-demand videos were my favorite in high school.
Yeah, they were fucking great.
But where John comes off fucking saying shit about me. He's a dickwad, as Fred has always said. And Ralph called me yesterday and said, you know what? I'm glad you finally woke up about John.
Yeah. See, unlike most people on this show, I don't drink the John Kool-Aid.
The John cocktail.
And I love one of the comments in Facebook, not to,
pour salt
on the wounds. Where he was there. Well, John, I was here too. And I remember, along with Howard and Jackie, writing the stuff that predated anything that Jay Leno did.
And no offense to John. John didn't write jack shit on this show ever. He was never
John
a writer.
Wasn't you didn't see John in those meetings.
The cat who wrote this stuff is sitting right here, Fred. And Jackie.
And Howard.
And me. That's it. The three of us. There wasn't some fucking... I don't have 20 writers.
It was me!
And we didn't take it from anybody else. Unless someone can produce tape that we did. And I'll admit it.
I only wish there was somebody to steal from.
The problem with
I wish Jay Leno would do something I could steal.
Yeah, that you could take.
But there isn't.
The problem with drinking John's Kool-Aid is you have to buy it.
No, you have to have somebody else buy it, and then you drink it.
But I'm just done with
Fred.
And, it's like I
invited
him and his wife to my wedding, and out of respect to Beth, because she likes his wife. But you know what? I like
his wife, too. I think maybe she's getting hit with some shrapnel.
He said, good for you, Artie. There's John Ooh.
Yeah.
It's so funny that he keeps saying out of respect to my wife, which to me, I read between the lines. If it wasn't for her, I'd have never talked to this fucking guy ever again.
Right.
Do you think he ever liked John?
Yeah, I think there was a time where he did like him, but I think the more stuff he caught John doing behind his back, the quicker that I think once that first time he completely changed his outlook on John.
Listen, people like John are fun to hang out with. They they have more confidence than they deserve to have, so they're going to do stupid, crazy things, and they're entertaining in that way.
Well, especially around Howard too. He's turning the performance up to 11, right?
Right. And and when people like John want something from you, they can be really charming and but then he started feeling a little more comfortable. Thinking he was on the same level as the rest of those guys, and that's when the real John came out.
Absolutely. Thank God for that.
And I think it's the disloyalty feeling that he got from John from trying to get all these business deals behind Howard's back, trying to get those IPOs, trying to get those investment deals. That's, I think, Egar, that builds up. And I think that happens a lot in John's life. I think John wonders where everybody goes in his life. He wonders why people betray him. But in reality, we all know the truth. He betrays everybody else.
Right. And he's too dumb to not understand or to understand that why it's so wrong for him to go and do all these backdoor things with callers, stockbrokers, all this shit is because the guy who created this, that you're in a position now where people are giving you stock tips to better your life, he doesn't take advantage of this. So why the fuck would you?
Right.
It'd be a whole different ballgame if Howard's like, hey, call me, let me know what the hot stock tip is, call me in the office, give me your info, blah, blah, blah. Then, it's the Wild West. Everybody hook up whatever deal you want. If I'm doing it, you guys should all be able to do it.
Right.
But that's not the case.
And let's not stop at Howard. Robin's not doing it. Fred's not doing it.
Because Howard's not doing it. Because Howard's not. If he did it, everybody else would fall in line because it's the boss. If the boss says it's fine, We only got to work till noon. Okay, we're out.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling, if the boss is leaving, we're leaving. So he's setting an example. He's like, I'm not going to fuck over the audience. I'm not going to use the audience for my benefit. But John has no problem with it.
Right.
That's what he lives for.
Something. I don't want to know her. I don't want to know him.
Yeah.
I'm done with the whole family.
I mean, you can't get her without him.
I'm not interested in either one of them at this point, quite frankly. And really, I mean, I can't tell Beth who to be friends with. That's for sure. But gee whiz, I've asked her, please don't comment about her and don't invite her to anything that I'm at. You want to have her to something?
Well, that's pretty much telling her not to be friends with them.
Yeah. I wonder if Susanna talks to the Kardashians at all. That's another.
Probably.
John was the one that tried to burn that bridge with, we came up with the idea.
Right. I was going to say she probably was in contact with him until John was like, can't you just throw us $1 million?
Yeah.
It was our idea. And hello?
But once the divorce, they're like, he was an asshole.
Right. Right. Now maybe she's talking to him.
Yeah.
They're saying, yeah. They're like, thank God you ditched that fucking loser.
I think we can all agree she's doing better now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. If she was in a fridge box on a sidewalk, she'd be doing better.
Yeah. Who had the worst husband, Susanna or Kim?
Which one?
Which one? Well,
At least Kanye openly admits he hates the Jews.
That's true.
Where John does it in secret.
Yeah. That Kanye is a real Cumia, I tell you.
I can make sure I'm not there. I don't want John involved. I just want to be done with him because I'm so insulted by what he wrote. I'm so aggravated by his idiocy. Like, there's no need to get involved. I mean, he's friends with both guys. Good for him. Two influential guys in the business.
There have been people who have had friendships with two people who are enemies of each other, and they haven't managed to piss off either one.
Yeah, I mean, just use your head, man. You're in business. Might come a day where Jay gets rid of you entirely. You might need to come to me and say, hey, Howard, do you know of anybody who can use me? Or can you use me on your channels? Or is there some way I can be involved? You might need that. Don't be arrogant. Don't be a fucking asshole. You play your cards right, and you're friends with everyone.
I
know what happened. I'm in my house, freaked him out.
Yeah,
that's it, man. He just that's fucking show business 101. You never let him see you sweat. You never get emotional. You fucking you do your thing because you never know when that you're gonna need that person or when you're gonna have to go back down those steps of show business.
Yeah. Well, they say you treat them the same on the way up as you do on the way down.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Out.
Well, John's consistent. He's a dick at all times. So
up and down.
Yeah. Up and down.
Constantly on the way down.
He's jealous of me. He's jealous of my life. He's he's a jealous guy.
You know, the guy who screams that we're all jelly of him? That's who Howard's talking about.
And it freaked him. So they had to give the attack. He's a small timer, small potatoes. And quite frankly, I don't even know why I'm giving him so much fucking time. But you know what? It's good radio. So
he was a big part of the show a lot of years ago.
Well, but I'm giving him way too much credit here. I mean, listen. I mean, for me to carry on means it matters to me.
Now, I didn't read this Facebook page, but he's claiming that bits like jaywalking, he did first. Leno did first.
Leno did first. Wow. John has proof. Well, he probably has a lot of time. That's probably what they have him doing, archiving.
Investigating.
Yeah.
What John doesn't understand about how those TV shows work, it doesn't even have to be the head writer. It could be a writer's assistant commuting to the work one day. He hears that bit on this show. He goes in, he suggests it because he wants to seem like a big guy. Then it goes up the ladder. A head writer takes credit for it, and it gets stolen. It may not, and that happens all the time.
The chicken bit and the plugs, I wouldn't be surprised if John's sitting feeling a lot of pressure on his writing gig, and he's got to start saying, uh-oh, I got to come up with something. I'll do what Howard did. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, I love that theory because, number one, it's something John would do, and even more, putting that post up later and saying, don't believe everything you hear about people stealing that is such a John move.
Right.
That is such a John, because you go, did he really do that? And he's the king of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's his Facebook post version of what?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Coming directly from him. I mean, let's face it.
The what bit he's doing?
The chicken.
The chicken or anything. Like, he's sitting in a riding meet. He's got to sit in a riding meet with guys who are top riders.
Or even earn your plug.
Right, earn your plug, and he's got to come up with bits. And I bet you...
Wait a minute, there's a chicken bit they're doing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was for sure.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, that's the... is a chicken.
Having a chicken pick the NFL.
I think against Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, against Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, my God, I don't know.
Yeah, but of course,
that's insanity.
I'm a liar.
That's insanity.
Boom. There you go.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that's all he gave after that? That's it?
That's where the clip ends. I mean, yeah, that's all I got on that.
But I mean, again, that was high praise for Howard to even give him that kind of airtime and talk about it. Because if you think about it, I mean, from what I've heard from Howard is that if he's done with you, he just doesn't even mention you again. Like even with Artie.
Well, I think it was the timing, right? Like this time frame, it was before Howard shut the door on people and never talked about him again.
Right.
He started that process at Sirius, once people were dropped from the news team and this one and that one, Howard TV, and, he just stopped talking about things. Not even people that wronged him or feuds or anything, He just...
Well, I think, once he had somebody to fire people for him, too, that helped, kind of distance himself from that bad part of the business.
James, what's up? Think John acknowledges this clip? Oh, hey, Gugon.
Oh, well, I have a feeling he'll show up to say hi to you, James.
Exactly. Has he heard this clip? I don't know. I don't think so. Would he acknowledge it? Maybe for the oh, he's back on Cameo, by the way, gentlemen. He raised his price to $70.
70.
Yes. I'll tell you why he's back, because they send out an email saying, "Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Your followers would love to hear from you. Blah blah blah. So we're running a special. If you want to do it. So with the discount, it comes to $56 for a Cameo. Yeah.
My public awaits.
Yeah. I have a new one.
Should we watch it now or should we wait and...
Froggy, did you get that in the text thread?
Yeah, I've got it if you want it.
Do you guys think we should watch it now or
Fuck the free people. Let's go. You guys earned it.
Let's go, tier 1. Come on.
We'll go show it again later on. Who cares?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You think this is the only Cameo we're gonna get?
It's the first hole I dug. Come on.
Well, the hoof. I got the hoof in there. John didn't want to own his bits. He wanted to get paid a lump sum in exchange for not rocking the boat. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hanging on by a thread. I mean, again, what's what I do here. I come and I get you guys coffee. That's pretty much what I do at the Shuli Network. I just try to play nice. Mike, you okay? You need coffee?
I'm good right now, but
okay,
check
cool.
back. Yeah.
Shuli, more baby blood? You good?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, let's go. New Cameo. You boys ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you a little heads up. You're not going to believe this, but he looks terrible.
What?
Yeah, here we go.
Wow.
Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? This is the world.
Come on. We're gonna... come on. That's not the puppet?
No, that's not...
The hair's looking great.
Shout out to Art Vandalay on Twitter. Thanks, buddy.
He's definitely looking to grow that hair out, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think either that or he's boycotting barber shops.
Right.
I don't know. But this one we stopped at 3 seconds. So it's a new record for us. All right, let's go. Look at that gut, by the way. Look at this whole
working out at Arby's.
The tits are dropping like prices.
But it must be cold in that car, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Whoa. Kind of glass over there.
Got milk?
He's gonna slice his way out of that seatbelt in a second.
Wow, he's put on a few pounds.
Yeah.
Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? This is the world famous Stuttering John Melendez in my New York gear. I got my Giants football hat and I got my Yankees.
It's like what your. It's like what your. It's like what your mentally challenged kid says before he leaves to go wait for the bus outside.
That's like here's what I'm wearing. I have my hat and my shirt.
I got my Giants hat, got my Yankees shirt. Look at my muscles.
I'm strong.
Oh my God, the smell.
Oh God. All right. I gotta hear this.
You think he's ever put that cap on correctly?
Hey John, would love a cameo for my friend Dee Dee. Could you start off by telling us what your outfit about? Who you're wearing?
In my New York gear, I got my Giants football hat and I got my Yankees the muscle tee. I'm glad that you're.
I'm sorry, but he's so focused on wanting us to stay focused on his arms, on his biceps. But all you gotta do is look down and look at this gut.
Yeah,
that's just pouring out over his pants, the seat belt.
Oh, I thought the airbag had gone off.
Oh, wow. It does look like the airbag.
His arms look like half-finished chicken legs, you know, and you just take a few bites out of them and you throw them on your plate. Oh man, the sinew, just the sinew and the little bit of the skin is left on it. God almighty.
Yeah, even wetards. Come on, John, you're making it. You're not making it easy. Yeah.
my new favorite. That's my new favorite guy.
Yep. Strong delusion. Yeah, Santana, I'm behind on the show. Just saw the puppet move. Bury that thing, yo. Motherfucker.
The muscle tee. I'm glad that you're a huge fan, and I'm glad you're a fan of the Stern Show, as your dad is. And this is from Arthur for Valentine's Day. Well, this says his name is Art. I love that you liked when I did my crying routine at the Virgin Mary house.
This is what he does every night in his car, by the way. Just sits there and cries. It's just not on Cameo.
What is he? What's the Virgin Mary house?
So there was a woman out in New York who claimed the Virgin Mary, there was a stain on her window or on her wall. That was the Virgin Mary, and he went and it was a funny segment, you know, because Howard's telling him what to ask and what to do and all this stuff. But yeah, that's it. The person who made the request in the email was like, "I'm a big fan, loved when you did the," but he of course has to bring it up in the Cameo to suck his own dick for a minute,
right?
House. Anyway, that was a good.
What is that tool doing?
I know you love the Channel 9 show.
Knocking on the window, so you're disturbing everybody eating.
Are you okay? He just breaks the window. He's got one of those things.
Thinks he's like a retarded child stuck in the car.
You left an obese dog in the car.
They put a hat on it.
Oh man,
does he look like he just got off a shift on the shrimp boat?
Yeah. He looks like he should be waiting with everybody else in the Home Depot parking lot for work.
It's like he should be taking a bath at the Greyhound bus bathroom. You know,
I was gonna say bird feeder maybe, but yeah,
right. Just wiping his pits with one of his, one of those little paper towels.
Just looking at you, going, "Yanks are gonna be great this season, right?
Getting hungry for your Christmas dinner."
And I loved doing that show. It was a lot of fun. And, Art seems like a good guy. Hopefully, one day you and him will become husband and wife, as they say nowadays.
They just started
improv, huh?
They just started saying husband and wife nowadays.
Wow.
Nowadays.
But I digress.
I believe the kids say husband and wife, if you will.
hopefully one day you and him will become husband and wife, as they say nowadays. Anyway, enjoy yourself. Have a great Valentine's Day.
Thanks for wasting $56.
And
That's it?
if I'm ever performing in your area, VIP tickets on me. All right, this is Stuttering John saying, yeah.
Wow.
If I'm ever in your area, I'll make you regret getting a babysitter. Come on out.
I mean, how long was that total? Like a minute and 20?
Oh, minute 10, minute 15, I think. Yeah.
Even the fucking unknown comic gives you 3.5 minutes.
Right. Just mailing it in, man. Just wants your money. Doesn't give a fuck.
He just read what they were like. Oh, we liked you in that. Oh, I was in that. Yeah, I did that, and I did that, and you get married.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Frog. I got some breaking news here. I'm putting it in the thread. Looks like we might have another cameo. A twofer. VIP tickets? Yeah.
Very exciting. It's very exciting when he pops up like the groundhog. It's going to be like every 6 months you check him out.
Like a Jersey drone.
Yeah.
He looks like someone who whacks off on the subway. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Where's his adorable blanket? Oh. He doesn't have the money for the haircut and glaze. Okay, thank you, Mexican Jew.
I agree with that.
$10 to look at it, 15 to touch it. Welcome to Boogie Nights, starring John Melendez.
Whoa, who's this?
Okay, Tori
Amos.
Who is this?
Tori Suicide.
Who's Tori Suicide?
I don't know.
Can we?
Hi, Stuttering John. So I'm hearing through the grapevine, like we're playing a game of telephone, it's making its way to my ear that your wife, Kate, wants to experiment and do some stuff. And first of all, I want to say kudos to her and you guys for being able to communicate that. That's good that she felt comfortable enough to say hey, this is kind of what I'm looking into. And you for hearing it out. I don't necessarily think you should do things that you don't want to do. So I'm not going to sit here
Hot take.
And be absolutely you should do that because Kate wants to do that because consent is key here, people. So
what?
However.
Oh, she's one of those?
That it is cool to experience and try new things that maybe are outside of your comfort level. And you can start slow. You can just start little by little. You don't have to kind of just dive right in. So it would potentially be worth. It would potentially be worth.
I got two of those.
If only her cameo was a minute 15.
No, is her name Tori Suicide? Because listening to her makes you want to kill yourself.
What does she do? Go ahead. I gotta see the payoff.
She's a full-time content creator, a cat lady, crafter, and coffee drinker. That's her official.
Oh, OnlyFans. Gotcha.
Just try something new because life is short, and sometimes we don't know that we like things until we try it.
Another hot take.
That would be my suggestion. Maybe give it a go at a level that works for you and makes you feel good.
Show us your boobs.
And just remember that at Moon Day, you guys are in control of the situation, and you can always change your mind, call things off, say stop, or anything like that. But you might just find out that this is something you really like. So
it's called a safe word, Tori. We got one.
Month, year, and
be adults about it and keep it out of each other's eyes. All right, let's go. Everyone, touch gloves. Let's come out.
Shuli yells banana. I know I got to get off.
Makes
All
me
right.
hungry.
What do we got here? We got another one. What is this one there, boys?
This one's a little combo platter. It's about SJ being left out. having a recording deal while he's still an intern. And of course, he can't tell a story for shit.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
They said, "You're going to come to the concert tonight?" I go, "Oh man, I got to get up at 4 a.m. I don't know if I." And then Stephen looked kind of hurt.
I know.
But I mean, should I have lied and just said, "Yeah, I'm going to be there"?
No, you got to be truthful. You got to be honest, because then they'd be even more hurt if you didn't show up.
And I was telling Stephen and Joe about the lesbian. We're going to a lesbian show today.
So he's talking about Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry.
Two of the girls.
That you can.
No, not the lesbian show. When he's talking about not going to the concert. No, I was.
Thought you meant, well, that's always a lesbian show.
I don't know, maybe.
Steven Tyler and Joe Perry.
It's early.
Well, it's early. That's around my day. That's around my schedule.
If Aerosmith could perform at noon, we'd go see that.
I said to Stephen and Joe, I said, "Listen, I know since you guys did me the favor of coming on my show here, just stopping in unannounced without us even knowing about it, least I can do is turn you on to this. Me, Jackie, Gary, Fred, and Stuttering John."
Oh, you letting Stuttering John come?
Yeah, why are we letting him come?
I thought you were confining it to just yourselves.
Why do we have to let guys like Stuttering John in?
Well, John's got this whole thing where he gets really bummed out, where he feels he's a part of the show, not an intern anymore.
Yeah, what do you say?
That's it, man. That's the whole thing. He thinks he is that group.
Yeah. It's all status. It's all status.
And they don't.
That's it. Right. Right. They don't even know that they're in a group. Like they're just, they're just there.
Did you ever hear that parody song that Fred sang? My name is Stuttering John. And there's a line in there where he goes, "Buy me soup. How come I'm not a part of the group?" It is. And you're absolutely right. That's what it is. He's the fifth musketeer at that point.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
More. And you always seem to leave him bunching with the interns. And he wants to feel like he's a part of the show. He's been with us a long time. You don't have to let him in. I'm just explaining.
But it is kind of fun. While the girls are like getting into it, before they get into it, it's fun to goof on his stutter and stuff, right, guys? You guys want him there?
Before we see a couple of ladies fist each other, let's laugh at a disabled guy for a few minutes as the opening act.
In there for comic relief.
It's really for Jackie's birthday, so you decide.
I would love to have him there.
You would.
Jackie will make it 50 guys.
No, it can't be. Because it'll ruin it. There's something real dirty about watching two girls, just a couple of guys in the room.
Oh, you remember in that trip to L.A., huh?
Yeah. There were too many guys in that
That was a
show.
big party.
You know who wrote Living on the Edge?
Who?
One of the Hudson brothers.
Oh, did he really? By himself?
I think so.
Who wrote that lick? I'm
pretty sure that Mark Hudson is the guy that wrote the lyrics.
Something wrong in the... Is Mark Hudson the one who was married to Goldie Hawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never get those Hudson brothers
Well, it says
straight.
Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, and Mark Hudson.
That's the guy who wrote some stuff with Bon Jovi, didn't he? Yeah. What is it, Stuttering John?
No, Mark.
Oh, I thought you were in here to complain about the lesbian show.
No. I was going to tell you about Mark Hudson because I wrote a song with him too. My album coming up.
Did you really?
Yeah, but
how'd that happen?
Both ends of the
There's
showbiz
something
scale.
wrong in the world.
Gary goes both ends of the showbiz scale.
That's great. But actually, that song's supposed.
It's just something wrong in the world today.
He told me that song he had for 4 years now, 5 years something. Then he wrote the Living on the Edge.
Living on the Edge?
Yeah.
Why don't you write that song with him? How come Aerosmith got it?
Well, they're Aerosmith.
He's so his dad. You didn't even realize. Sing Twinkle Twinkle. Sing Howdy Doody. Why don't you sing Living on the Edge? Why don't you write it?
The good stuff.
Where's your? Let me hear the song you wrote with him.
I don't have it, but I'll bring it in if you want.
What?
I don't have it with me, but I'll bring it in if you want.
What, did you get in a room with Mark Hudson?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I ended up drinking beers with him and hanging out.
How'd you hook up with him?
He was in town and he was interested in doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he the brother that's now married to Cindy Williams?
He's the one who's now going out with a big star.
Sharon Stone?
No.
Liza Minnelli?
Oh no, he's oh man, I can't believe.
Dude, come on, tell a story.
You know too. No. Well, he was the one who, he was the one. He was the one who. Can I say the things?
No, don't say it. You can't say it. We don't know that's true.
Yeah, would you get it together?
I'm trying to tell this one story, but you just can't say it.
Listen how smooth John's voice is.
Yeah. And I love that he's like everywhere he goes, he's got to have those bumpers like at the bowling lanes. Like, no, John, you can't say that. He's got to be police the entire time.
Yep.
He's the reason why parents have leashes for kids. The second you lose sight, you turn around and this fucking thing's burning something down.
Well, the problem is it's okay to be a dumb 23-year-old. It's not okay to be a dumb 62-year-old.
Right.
You know, you at some point you got to wise up. You got to figure things out, and
not a great look at that.
It's not a great look. And again, they fucking know they baby him because he's a baby. It's almost like they adopted him and they're trying to make raise him into a man, and he never gets there. He stays a man boy his whole life.
Gary especially, because Gary's always the first one to go, this really bums him out, or he's really bummed out about the. And I remember in one of the clips I was listening to, Harry goes, I can't wait till I'm done and he has to get a real job because and work for a real boss. He goes, I bum him out.
Yeah. Who's he going out with? Isn't one of the Hudson brothers going out with the girl from Laverne and Shirley?
One of them's married to Laverne and Shirley.
He was.
Is this the same one?
No, yeah, one of them was married to Linda Ronstadt too.
And Goldie Hawn. How many Hudson brothers are there?
There's three.
And there's one woman with real talent that writes with Bon Jovi and Aerosmith and Mark.
And
I'm trying to figure out which one he is.
Yeah. Well, isn't one of the Hanson brothers married to?
What's the name of the song that you wrote with him?
If I Had to Say.
What?
If I Had to Say.
You had to say. Don't want to understand it anyway.
Hey-oh.
Set up punch.
I had to say, nobody'd ever know.
You had to say you'd stammer through it. So when you sat there, like, how did it work? He came in and said, I got a really good tune?
Well, yeah, he had one that he, that he had written for me, right?
Oh, man.
So then he was on the phone telling the.
I wish I could have been there for that session.
So we were writing I was writing lyrics.
Were you nervous when you wrote with him? Because he's written a lot of hit songs, that guy.
Well, at first, but then we started drinking and stuff, and then he was
a couple of beers.
Had a couple of beers. So he got on the phone with his publisher and told him to come over, and I came up with something else, and we ended up turning that into the song.
Yeah. Your lick, huh?
Is that going to be on your album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it's a good song.
So did you spend more time laughing or writing? Or, laughing at you or writing at you? Writing with you.
John called me at home one night. It was like 10 o'clock. He said, I'm here with Mark Hudson. He's got great showbiz stories. And he put me on the phone with the guy. And the guy told me a whole bunch of stories we can't repeat on the air.
But they're great stories.
Well, yeah, I can make up stories too.
I love yeah, I can make shit up too, man. BMC, this is what makes John an idiot. If you don't work for Howard Stern, he would have never written a song with Mark Hudson. Good point.
No, that's not true. We had a couple of beers.
Yeah, you came in to pump some gas at my station. We hit it off.
I took up a guitar. I showed him my R sharp chord. He said, "I like that. I like that."
I mean, to this day, the cloud of being able to go, hey, I'm a celebrity. I used to be on the Howard Stern show. Like now, 30 years later, it's like, but that's still cool. But back then, being John, 23, 24, going, I work on Howard Stern. You probably remember me from Howard Stern. The pussy, the opportunities, the gigs, the money. Again, that's something you can't fucking quit. That's like a bad drug, man.
But what's crazy is there was already a monster created before any of that took off. Right. Is he walked around and treated people as if he already was a celebrity before he became a celebrity.
But see, now in the tabloids it says that he's dating somebody. But all you guys were there with me.
Well, the guys were where with you?
I think Jackie was with me when it was disclosed.
His head now starts taking different shapes when he stutters.
Yeah.
It gets long.
I'm just pissing myself because I know that we all know.
Did you rap to Steven Tyler and Joe Perry when they were here?
Nah.
I see you come in the room try to get something going.
No, I had a message for Steve. That's why.
Steven was like, "Get out, you douche."
Yeah.
I saw John trying to work himself into like the Aerosmith crowd there.
You didn't tell him you were a musician?
You didn't tell him you have an album coming out on Atlantic?
No, I
managed to tell him I got a movie and stuff coming up.
Yeah, you were kind of weird over there.
Well, he asked me. Steven said, "What are you doing with the book?" And I said, "Well, it looks like I'm going to be doing a movie." And he was like, "Congratulations."
Yeah, that's it.
Who is it?
In the tabloid, supposedly Mark Hudson is now dating Cher.
You think I played it too thick? You mean when I was like laying on all the stuff I got coming up, and they're like trying to impress the boys?
What's that, Zen?
I love the graphs that Andy did for fucking hilarious.
Nothing wrong with Cher floating by. Oscar Cher.
Yeah, Oscar Cher's peak Cher.
I believe so, yeah.
Probably been heard in John's house too.
Yeah. Although Cher with the Jackson 5 afro ain't too bad either. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, Cher's an octogenarian, fucking still hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Am I
She's
right,
a good gilf. A good gilf.
Yeah, I probably did. You're probably right.
You can pull it off good though, doing that.
Try to let them know that I'm happening, that I'm not just so disc jockey.
See, that's what stinks about being a stutterer. If I tried, I'd be so.
You would be like, I got an album
Exactly,
coming out on Atlantic.
Your segues were very smooth. I clicked that.
Yeah, right.
My book did good. I didn't know if it would. I hope my movie does as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got into it.
I mean,
you never know, you know? Like maybe you need the guy for the movie or something. So what I'm thinking is the soundtrack of the movie, maybe get Aerosmith to do a song. I was trying to work into that.
I was stuttering in front of the publicist, you know, so imagine.
Right. You were really blowing it in front of her.
Yeah, so imagine, because the publicist has like thrown me out of numerous events. You know,
she came.
Oh, is that right?
She came to get them out, and the bodyguard and the publicist recognized John from several events.
They were about to throw him out of here.
In fact, the bodyguard recognized John from events that had nothing to do with Aerosmith.
Right.
He bodyguarded Demi Moore twice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And pushed John against the car both times.
That big black guy?
Yeah, then he told me I called him a mother, father, you know, and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and stuff, but I don't remember.
That guy looked pretty vicious.
Well, I'm not an intern, though. I mean, I've been here for so many more
John's
years.
a paid employee.
I'm paid. I've been, I go on the street for you all the time. I mean, that big black guy threw me against the car.
All right. Enough said. I said you could go.
There's a whole thing.
Racist.
What's that?
Take it easy, racist.
Yeah,
Jeez.
right.
Why it's got to be a black guy? Maybe anybody would throw you against a car.
Why can't it just be, I've been thrown against cars for you in my job?
Yeah.
Why do you only see color, John? And why can't you say color without stuttering, John? Huh?
Color.
Thank you.
Color.
Thing going on because we're calling an intern meeting.
Yeah.
And I heard through the grapevine that John asked if we could meet with him separately because it was embarrassing.
John.
It's not that. It's because it's not that because
you're an intern. Believe me, we throw you that money just out of pity.
Now I called it an office meeting.
Out of pity. Oh, it's like the guys, the drunk guys bragging about whose wife's uglier. They go to the first guy's house, they open the door, they're like, holy shit. And the second guy's like, come here. He goes, that's nothing. He goes home and he opens his trap door on the floor and he goes, come up here. And she goes, you want me to put the paper bag on my head? And he goes, I don't want to fuck you. I just want to show you off real quick.
Meeting and everyone could go.
Oh, okay. So we changed the name of the meeting.
For you.
Office meeting.
If someone is an intern for 4 years, finally gets paid, so he's not an intern, then he's still call it, what is it? I'm going to be perennially the intern?
What was that word?
Perennially the intern?
You're an intern with an album deal. That's what you are. Right? And if the record bombs, you're an intern without an album deal. That's it. And if the record's a hit, you're an intern with a hit record.
Can you imagine if your boss telling you that he throws your paycheck out of pity? Yeah. Well, you run back there to do some more work, huh?
All right, very good, John. We have to finish the news.
I'm going to tell you, so Mark Hudson supposedly is dating Cher now. That's the
big deal. Who hasn't? Except me. She's dated a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's getting her? I'd like to get her. I'd like to get her just to say I got her.
So you could be like everybody else.
Right. So when like a rock star sit around and talk about girls they've had.
Well, see, he produced Chastity Bono's album, so I guess maybe that could be helpful.
Hey, that was really good.
Where is that album?
I don't even think we ever saw it.
That must have been his penance.
She didn't get a copy of that album.
Yeah.
Well,
we got it.
Do we?
Yeah.
We played it.
Because he wrote almost all the songs on
I thought we
the
had
album.
the single. We didn't have an album. I don't think there ever was an album.
I'm not sure there was.
Yeah. Forget it. We got to get to the news anyway.
All right.
Anyway, all right, you get to go to the lesbian show.
Thank you, Howard.
All right.
I mean, was there any irony lost on John when he said this guy produced Chastity Bono's album? It made me laugh, thinking, it's all about location,
right? Oh, it's so funny.
No, but I'm talented. No, I'm talented.
I like how he's like Howard was like Oprah. Look under your chair. Look under your chair, John. You are allowed to go to the lesbian show with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
But if Aerosmith comes there, don't be all over them.
I won't be. I'm not like that, man.
Oh, come on. He almost hugged Eric Clapton in the street.
Oh, you are the biggest.
Why are you touching that man?
Did you hug him?
I touched him on the shoulder. Said, "Hey, Eric, what's up?"
Eric looked at his shoulder like he now wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, like sell his coat.
And Robin, you should talk, because backstage at Skid Row, you were like enamored and being so jovial and all them too. Like, you know.
I didn't touch him.
Oh, you were like you were. I mean, Lenny Kravitz had like giving the compliments of the century with him.
I don't even remember this.
Oh yeah, of course she doesn't. She's like, "Oh, Lenny, I love your album."
I did
Good
love
album.
this album.
I know, but you're just bad as me.
I love that none of the examples were true or accurate, and he ends with, "You're no different than me."
Like me.
But you're a guy, man.
He's walking down Madison Avenue. You don't touch Eric Clapton.
You're practically getting a third base with Eric Clapton.
I tapped him on the shoulder. I swear that's it.
You're part homo. Get out of here. No lesbian show for you. Just because I've been reminded of your incident with Eric Clapton.
Now we
get out of here. Go back to dreaming about lesbian shows. I like having the power of the lesbian show to hold over everyone's head. Very powerful.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Hi, Johnny.
I didn't want to talk out of school, but to everybody out there, lesbian show at DabbleCon 3.
Let's go. It's happening. Scissor me, bro. Look at this. The End of Innocence, a memoir of a cast. Dismiss. Shuli, any update on Lawyer plus Stuttering John having your kid pics? I know we like to ha he, but that's serious shit, dude. Love Zen, F Mike. Watch Rico last night. Towards the end of the package, there was another little interesting find, courtesy of one John Melendez, talking about his mole at TSN back then. And only mentioned financial stuff when he talked about his mole. Interesting. My sister went to an Aerosmith concert when they were really coked out, and she watched Joe and Steve make out in front of the whole audience.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's how they close that song all the time.
Oh, they're only drinking Coke. They weren't doing cocaine.
He wrote so many songs. He must make so much money from residuals. Oh, yeah. Stewie, Battleship Share is one of the reasons I joined the Navy.
Oh.
Thank you for your service, Stewie, and thank you, Cher, for those assless thing you were wearing.
I can turn back time.
Oh, if I could. Anyways, we got a lesbian show to get to, so we're going to wrap it up. But we are back tonight, 8 o'clock, Trainables, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight on TSN, tell all your friends, tell all your other friends, and let everybody know. We will be back tonight, 8 p.m. Hit like on your way out if you don't mind. Thank you for supporting us by getting a membership. And thank you to everybody who gifts these memberships. You guys are awesome. We'll see you later tonight. Bye, everybody.
The Blunder years, back before all the beer made him age 50 years. What a tragedy. The Blunder years, just before that buffoon went and totally ruined his career. Let's cheer